bit more removal, which is my style. Yes, I will play first, and this time I will draw all different kinds of land. I could start with this and move into that, and then I've got a Death Dealer, so I am actually going to keep this. I know that I just complained about being flooded, but I've got all my colors. I've got a turn 2 play that has relevance as a mana sink, and the black-green can be pumped in as much as you want. So if I draw more green, I can even make it into a 6/6. And then I've got to Smite the Monstrous on backup. So we are ready to smash in round 1, game 2. Alright, so he gets his Tri-land down, and I get another card. Awesome. Will not be the card that I'll play. Get the Death Dealer out. And then it's kind of up in the air depending on what he does, if I play the Parapet or if I just swing through with this. I've got another green mana, which means that next turn I could double pump it if I want to. So I think I actually just get aggressive here. So, let's see. I'll play a Swamp for now, so I can leave the black-white land up to bluff. And I'll pump him. And I'm just going to ride this one all the way to victory. That's my plan. Don't play any other spells, just beat face with the Death Dealer. It seems reasonable, right? So next turn I can get him for 6 down to 10 if he doesn't want to sacrifice a Morph or doesn't have any kind of efficient removal spell. He does now have up enough to make me sack a creature. Mardu Charmed. Alright, well. Sometimes you win, sometimes you get Mardu Charmed. At least I didn't pump a whole bunch of mana into it before I got Mardu Charmed. Some people would have played it like that. Okay, so I'm going to have 4 mana. So I pretty much just horror specs, yeah? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll do that, and I'll leave a black over here. And next turn, let's see, I might want to flip it up just to get the extra point of damage in. Let's see, 3/3, okay. That's another non-token creature you control dies, so I can't just send him in to die for me. Ooh, Bitter Revelation, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's what I want to be doing right now. So I will Bitter Revelation. I don't mind too terribly if he wants to swing it at me with that 3. I'll take it to be able to see cards before I play the Parapet. Double Abzan Guide. Well, that's what I want. Okay. Well, I managed to get through. I'll leave that up just because. Of course, I could have attacked into that as opposed to letting him swing at me and then get first strike. But instead, I will leave it back so that in case one of my Abzan guys dies. Yeah. Probably should have just swung at him. But anyway, this now allows me to have Abzan guy do a little bit more work. Let's see, can I just play it straight up next turn? I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, so I can just play that straight instead of trying to surprise him. It's a little bit more mana efficient on my part, unless I wanted to morph it down and then play a Parapet, which is a pretty decent reason. Now the 4/5 is going to be tough on me, except I have Smite the Monstrous, so that's not actually that big of a deal. So I'll flip this up now, lose a little bit of the surprise, and then we will Smite, which still leaves up enough to play the Parapet. Okay. So we're good. Do need to leave up a green. Alright, so get in for 3. Leave a pretty good blocker back. And then after that we can just play the 4/4 lifelinkers face up if we want to. Alright, there we go. I like my position. Okay, 3-1. That doesn't do a whole lot in this situation. Morph does a little bit more. Pony Brigade doesn't scare my Abzan guides. Okay, so let's see, I've got 7 mana up, so I could play this for 6 and play a Disowned Ancestor. I could play both of these for 3 and play a Disowned Ancestor. Play one of these down, a Disowned Ancestor, and hold up the Parapet. These are all excellent questions. I think I use less mana overall if I play it face up and then do my thing with the Disowned Ancestor. So we'll do it like that. And then next turn, we'll be able to morph down the Abzan Guide, use the Parapet, and then swing in with the unmorphed Abzan Guide the turn after that. So, I've got plenty of toughness on the table. Kintree Invocation wouldn't be too bad right now. And I can just start hitting him for 1 and outlasting at the same time. You can also swing in with both of these Abzan Guides and make him do something about it. Even if he trades it off with this Bloodfire Expert, at least I gain some life out of the situation and make him use one of his spells. Okay, so he's got another Krumar, which is actually pretty important because he can have 6 power with the first strike, which means that this Parapet now has become my source of damage. These two will do pretty well on defense, though. Okay, so if I want 4 mana to be able to outlast and do that, then I've got, what, 3 left? So I'm going to need to morph that. Okay, so I will cast that one face down. Use one of everybody. Come on, you can do it. And then we will outlast this. And then at the end of his turn, I will use the Parapet. Okay. So we have successfully gummed up the ground, and I will be able to just hold up Kill Shot, continue to outlast, and have Parapet up. Ooh, Ghost Fireblade, that's pretty good. Especially on a first striker. So that'll give me a really good Kill Shot target. Alright, so is he going to move that on to a first striker? Which would make it a... No, he wants it on the morph, huh? Well, that is an excellent question. Now, I do have Har specs, so if something bites the dust, it's not the end of the world. The question is, what am I willing to let die? And right now the answer is nothing. I'd really rather just take this 4 and then hold up Kill Shot later. Nothing is better, or a random card is not better than any of these, so I'm just going to let that guy sail through. He'll flip up. What do we got? Okay, so this is a 6/6 now? Yeah. So next turn I will be able to Kill Shot. I can also attack in with my Abzan Guides now. Okay, so I can attack in with both the Abzan Guides, gain some life back, play Herald of Anafenza, hold up Kill Shot. Okay, so I need at least Kill Shot, so that's 3 mana. So I can afford to spend 4. And I'm going to need 5 for that, so I can't actually hold up Kill Shot if that's what I want to do. Well, I suppose I could just send with this, and then use 2 of that 4 to outlast here, and the other 2 to make him lose a life. Okay, so I suppose that's what I'll do here. We will attack through with the guide. Doesn't look like he'll do too much about that. And then outlast. Okay, these 3 are for the Kill Shot, and these 2 are for the Parapet. So we should be good at this point. Alright, is it going to be an alpha swing, or is he just going to send in a 6/6? Alright. I will just kill shot that. So he's still got a pretty solid defense. I can't send the lifelinkers in with 6 points of first strike available. He's never going to run out of white mana either. He's got 4 sources. He's got just as many, so he could activate that ability 4 times. He seems to be in shock that I've thrown in the kill shot. Probably wasn't impossible to read with all my mana up. Okay, so now he's probably going to move over the Ghostfire Blade to a first striker, would be my guess. So that 5/5 first striker. What do I do about that, huh? Okay, he empties out his hand. Okay, so we're good. This is also a good time to get at the Herald to just start pumping out those little tokens. Also, a 5/5 first striker can't overcome the 2/6, so this might be the time to start leaving my Outcast back. Also making sure that I remember to do that. Okay. Oh, Feeder Resistance. That's good too. Okay, well, I can't give it pro-black or pro-red and get everybody through, unfortunately. Can give first strike. If he does, then I can feat. So, let's see. I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 more for the feat. Okay, so I can send in with both of the morphs. If he blocks one of them, gives it first strike. Yeah, if he blocks with this and gives it first strike, then I can just give Feat of Resistance to kill it. So we'll send with those, leave everybody else back. Alright, there's the plan. So we'll still have plenty on defense. Sorry, Specs is doing nothing at the moment. Nothing! Alright, so we'll flip this over. Leaving up plenty of feet mana. No blocks. He's gotta have some blocks. He's dead on board if he doesn't block. And actually he's just dead because he doesn't have any cards in hand, so there's no surprise lifelink. Alright, so he makes the block I expect. Alright, is he going to throw something else in front there so that they can trade? Yeah, okay. Okay. Order has been assigned on blockers. I will feat him, giving him pro-black. We get a scoop off of that. It's going to be pretty hard to come back. Not impossible, but, well, I'll do 2 to each just in case. Actually, it doesn't matter at all because he doesn't have any spells to be able to trigger it, so they're both dead either way. Okay, so killed my guy, drew a card off of it, and passed the turn. I don't think that there's any reasonable way that I could die here, so I can play pretty loose, especially since I've only got 7 minutes left. I just want to send in everybody. Alright, he's got a 2/3. Alright, so coming in with the guide. And then also Parapet. Wait, that's a 5/6. Yeah, I can't play that loose. So I actually can't really send anybody right now. But I can get the Herald out there to try to go wide on this board. I can also outlast this guy. So I've got him on an 8-turn clock with the Parapet. And then I'll have a pretty decent alpha strike at some point. The Scaly Chief actually makes a pretty big difference. Actually, no, he can have first strike, so that doesn't make as much difference as I had thought before. Good thing I pulled back on that playing loose plan, huh? Alright, so we'll cast that one face down for the surprise. Start outlasting everybody. It's nice to have all this outlast going on this late in the game when you don't have anything going on. It's an efficient mana sink. Okay, outlast there. I actually end up being 1 mana short to be able to outlast, or to use this. And I'm running my time. Okay, always yield. I will do this. Only got a couple more until that actually makes a difference, right? Okay, so next turn I can swing in. I'll have to pay 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll still have 3 left. So I can still outlast to make a warrior. Alright. End of turn. Ooh, suspension field. Bam. Okay, well this helps me to play a lot looser. So that takes down the Krumar. And I've still got enough to unmorph this guy. Yes, I will use the ability. Always seems like kind of a silly question. Okay. Send in the clowns. Alright. Flip up the King of the Morphs. Go to game 3. Didn't see anything that's going to make me change my sideboard plan, although incremental growth may have helped in that last little bit. Was there anything that was awful there? Still haven't seen my Kintry Invocation. Haruspex is okay. I don't know, do I take out a... Well, you don't really want to take out a creature to play into something that needs a bunch of creatures, so not huge on taking out the Horde Chief. Do I have too many things with Outlast? I think I used them pretty well last time. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything in here that I really am dying to take out to get an incremental growth. So I'm going to leave that in the board. Well, am I? No, I don't really want this game to get long and grindy just because of my time constraints, so I will try to be a little bit more aggro this game and keep it under time. Alright, here we go. Round 1, game 3. I